Hi and welcome to the Everyday Yoga Challenge. Today is day 15. So today I thought it'd be really nice to string the poses together and show you what a small sequence would be like if you're not already creating a sequence for yourself. And just really to show you that if you are doing the individual practices throughout the day, that you are actually managing a 15 to 20 minute practice, but in your own time. So, as it is a little bit longer, you might want to save it for when you have a little more time in the afternoon or after you get back from work. And also it's important to listen to your body, to pay particular attention to your body. Everyone's body is different. So this is the practice of yoga. We're trying to create union between the mind and the body. So if you're listening to those messages and heeding their call, then you're practicing yoga. So rest if you need to, catch up when you can. And if there's anything that you're not sure about, go back to the individual videos and workshop it a little bit. Or ask me your questions on the blog. Anyway, here's the practice, so enjoy. It's always nice as you lie down to take a moment just to scan through the body and notice how you are at this point in time. Connect to the breath, connect to the body. And when you're ready, we start to inhale and take the arms back over and behind the head and lengthen out along the floor. Pointing the toes and pulling the arms back and wriggling and squirming and taking a little bit more time to open up through the sides of the body, so the right side and then the left side, feeling into the openness you're creating through the ribs, the sides of the torso, down through the legs and the arms. Come back to the center and simply relax, let the body adjust, notice how it shifts and changes for you. We then work with the diagonal stretch, so we stretch the right hand and point the left toes, working with the abdominal muscles that are on an angle. We then move over to the left hand, right toes. Over to the right hand, left toes. And then back to the left hand, right toes. And then back to the center, let the body soften into the floor. The last stretch we did on the floor was to interlace the fingers, turn the palms away overhead. Draw the toes towards your nose, so you're pushing your heels away, your palms away. Tuck the tailbone under so you feel the lower back come down towards the floor. And just wriggle and stretch and lengthen through the body. Once you're done, we soften once again, let the body adjust. And then we drew the knees into the chest. Hands around the knees, gently rocking from side to side, paying attention to how your spine is feeling this morning. And we slowly draw the chin to the chest, the forward head to the knees, and round through the back. And then lower the head down. You can work a second time. Squeeze the knees, raise the forehead, rounding through the back and the shoulders, and then lower the head down. Hands on the top of the knees to make big circles with the knees together in one direction. So you feel the hips, the buttock muscles, the lower back getting a massage along the floor. Reverse the circles in the opposite direction so you can feel how it changes and shifts. See if you can make them a little bit bigger and even a little bit slower. And then we come into the center and soften. We then rock the body up. Swing the legs around to the side, and we made our way all the way up to standing. Here we stretch, we incorporate the lying stretches into a standing position. Come right up onto your toes, make as much space down the sides of the body. And then we gently fold forward all the way down, softening the backs of the knees. Let the upper body rest along the thighs, let the head be relaxed. So you feel the shoulder muscles and the neck muscles releasing, the spine lengthening towards the floor. And then slowly pushing on the feet, keep the backs of the knees soft as you roll the body all the way up. Working a second time, stretching and lengthening, finding the space down the sides of the body. And then once again, folding forward, letting the body hang from the hips, softening the backs of the knees if you need to. Let the head relax. Shoulders and neck start to soften, spine lengthens. If you wanted to incorporate the hamstring stretch, gently keep the hands on the floor and lengthen the tailbone up towards the ceiling, only going to where you find your limit. Breathe, steady the breath, listening and paying attention for when the muscles start to soften and lengthen and open for you. Then soften once again, let the body hang, and slowly roll the body all the way up. Give yourself a moment for the head to adjust, blood pressure between the heart and the head to equalize. And then we work with the helicopter swings. So from the hips down to the feet, we want the body to be stationary and grounded, arms parallel. And then let the arms go back behind you, watching the leading hand, imagining you're massaging one vertebra at a time and all of the muscles that are related to each of those vertebrae as you slowly bring the arms up through the body, through the torso, up through the shoulders, and then gradually up above the crown of the head. Make sure you're still breathing freely, feet are grounded. Slowly let the arms make their way back down. As the arms come down beside the body, it's always lovely to step the feet together and stand in Tadasana, the pose of the mountain. Close your eyes, just focus within, watch the activity that's going on within the body for you. All of the systems of the body active, and as you watch, you start to notice as the body finds its natural rhythm once again and things calm down, the breath, the heartbeat. You may even start to feel tingling and warmth through the body. Blink the eyes open when you're ready. Take the feet nice and wide apart. We're ready to work with the side bends. We inhale, keep the spine nice and long. Take one arm up, lengthen, and then as you exhale, coming over to the side. Inhale, we come back to the center, lengthening up, and then over to the opposite side. You can look to the upper hand if it's comfortable. Inhale, we lift, lengthening the spine, and then over. Inhale to lift, lengthening up, and then exhaling over. Inhale, we come up. I like to do 3 to each side, so we lengthen, and then come over to the side. Inhale, we come back to the center, lengthening the spine, and then over to the other side. And then coming back to the center. Release the hands, walk the feet in. We then come down onto our hands and knees in the cat position to work with the other 2 positions or movements rather of the spine. So as you exhale, round the spine up towards the ceiling, the tailbone tucks under, the head tucks under as we hunch high. As you inhale, slowly reverse, lengthening out the lower back, the vertebrae of the spine drop down, the head and the tailbone lift, we arch through the back. Exhale, round and hunch, one vertebra at a time, focusing more on the lower back as the head and tailbone tuck under, we hunch. Inhale and reverse, lengthening out the lower back, head and tailbone lift, we arch through the spine. Exhale, round and hunch, one last time. And then inhale and reverse. And then coming into neutral back, take the tailbone all the way back. We didn't really work with this one, this is the child's pose. See if you can bring your forehead to the floor and the arms alongside the body. Let the body soften for a moment. If your tailbone is up in the air, it may be better to support your head with 2 fists so you can ground the tailbone back down towards the heels. And slowly roll the body up. And we come to sit on our sitting bones. So we bring the soles of the feet together, hands around the ankles, elbows into the knees, and gently rock from side to side. Feeling the buttock muscles being massaged along the floor, becoming aware of the sitting bones. You then want to sit nice and high on the sitting bones, bring the feet a little bit closer. If you can, interlace the hands around the toes, lengthen up along the spine, relax the shoulders and allow the knees to pulse up and down. Close your eyes for a moment in this position and let your mind simply observe the rhythm and movement of your knees. Feel the gentle loosening through the hips, becoming aware of the mind moving into stillness as we use the two sides of the body at the same time. Then blink the eyes open, scoop up the knees, gently drop the hips from side to side to loosen up through the buttock muscles and the hips. And take the legs forward, point the toes, pull them back, point and pull, rotating in one direction and then in the opposite direction. You can stay in this position, lengthening up through the back of the neck, sitting nice and high on the tailbones. And then we work with the neck, so we slowly draw the chin in towards the chest, so you feel the back of the neck lengthening. We slowly lift the head all the way up. And then take the chin towards the ceiling, keeping the neck long, feel the stretch through the front. Slowly bring the head all the way forward, looking over your right shoulder as far as you can without moving the upper body or the shoulders. Coming back to the center and then all the way over to the other side. And then coming back to the center, we're going to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder, keeping the shoulders steady, so you're not lifting the shoulder towards the ear, it's the ear going towards the shoulder. Coming back to the center and then over to the other side. And then back to the center. Shrug the shoulders up and down. And then coming up onto your knees, bringing one leg forward, support the knee with your hands. As we come forward and back, keep the tailbone tucked under so your navel muscles are gently drawn in, supporting the spine. And make sure the heel stays on the floor. We then come forward and stay forward for a moment. Keep the tailbone tucked under, the navel drawn in. Relax through the shoulders and the jaw. Steady your breath in and out. Using the out breath to relax and soften wherever you're feeling the resistance in the body. We then inhale to lift. We take the tailbone all the way back, straightening the front leg. Toes come back towards your nose, keeping the back straight as you lean forward, thigh, chest towards the thigh. Only go as far as you can. Keep that leg straight and your back straight. Steady the breath in and out. You might feel the muscle gently release and open, allowing you to come a little further forward, but keep the back nice and straight. We then come forward again, sinking down, keeping the tailbone under, navel in, shoulders and jaw relaxed. Steady the breath as you gently sink down. And then one more time, taking the tailbone back, straightening the front leg, toes towards your nose, back nice and straight as you bring the chest down towards the thigh. Steady the breath in and out, using the out breath to encourage the muscles to relax. And then we come forward to release, just give the muscles a little love, get some blood and some oxygen moving to the muscles. And then we switch to the other side, extending the leg, supporting the knee. We come forward and back. Knee above the ankle, heel on the floor. Just a few times to warm up the muscles, tailbone under, navel in. And then we come all the way forward and stay forward. Keep the tailbone tucked under, the navel drawn in, so you're supporting the spine. Relax through the shoulders and the jaw. Nice steady breath, using the out breath to imagine the muscles sinking, opening and allowing you to sink a little further down. We then do the reverse stretch. We take the tailbone all the way back, straightening the front leg, toes towards your nose. Keep the back straight as you bring the chest down towards your thigh. Only go as far as you can keep that lovely length in the back of the leg and through the spine. Steady the breath in and out. Coming forward one last time, all the way forward, sinking down. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Keep the core muscles just gently engaged to support the spine. Steady the breath. And then coming back once again, straightening the front leg, tailbone back, toes towards your face. Nice straight back as you come forward. And then we release a little TLC to the muscles. And then we're going to come to one end of the mat, cross the ankles to roll the spine. Remember to keep the back nice and rounded, chin to the chest. Gently we rock backwards and forwards. If you can, crossing the ankles in the opposite direction for a couple of rolls. And then spending some time on your shoulders if you can, gently rocking the body from side to side, massaging the shoulders along the floor. And then when you're ready, just allowing the body to slip into a few moments of relaxation. So lying down on your back, the feet about hip width apart. Tuck the tailbone under so the lower back nestles down a little. And let your shoulders be flat along the floor. Arms beside the body, palms turned to face up. Chin drawn ever so slightly towards the chest so the back of the neck's nice and long. Close your eyes. Let your lips slightly touch. And then simply focus on the breath flowing in and out. Each out breath giving the body permission to enter the stillness, enter the rest, further and further.